Hello guys, good evening and welcome back. Alright, so in today's video we want to learn how to cut a male short. Now some of us are already confused or asking questions, how best do we or how do we cut a perfect male short? Now this is a video that will give you a clear understanding on how to go about this. Now the first thing to do is to mark out the baselines. As you can see, I am marking them out. Now this is a piece of fabric I am using for this particular illustration. Now when you take your time to mark it out, you cut off these side lines, and then the first thing to know are the areas of measurements, which we have the waist, the hip, the lap, the knee, and the short length, right? Now after that, the next thing to do here is to apply 2 inches for the hemming or folding allowance. Then you take your ruler and rule in this form. Then after which you apply your customer's short length, which the short length I have is 25, right? So I am applying the whole of 25. There is no band deduction. I will explain later as we progress in this video. Then apply 25 twice so that you will have a straight line at the up area, which happens to be the waist line, right? Now the next thing to do here is to calculate the crouch. Now before we get the crouch, there is what I would like us to know. Now first and foremost, let me put down the measurements. So the waist is 37 inches. Now the hip is 48. These are the real measurements. Like these measurements are what I used in making this person's trouser, right? But then I want to show you the difference between trouser measurements and short measurements. Now the length, the lap is 30, and the knee, which is the end of the short, is 22. Now the next we have is the short length of 25, right? So now these are the areas you must measure. Now this hips measurement is the actual hip of my customer, which is what we use to determine the crouch. So you have to divide the hip by 4. That's 48 by 4 is 12. You get 12 as the actual crouch depth. Now to apply the short effect, you add extra 4 inches on the Whitworth measurement, right? Now 48 plus 4 is 52. Divide by 4, you have 13. So you apply 13 inches there. Now note the difference. I use the actual hip to get the crouch. Then before I added extra 4 inches to get the free net or the ease allowance. Then after that, I divided 13 into 2 plus the 2 inches, which is 15. That's 7.5. Then I marked it to get the plumb line or the gradient line. So I had to mark it all through to the knee, and I then applied 22. This 22, which was the free knee measurement, right? Then I applied it 11, 5.5 on both ends. Then after that, I marked my waist plus extra 1 inch, then connected it as shown. Then come up here by 2 inches, right? And then mark 1/4 inch there, and then come down by 1/2 inch for the waist slope or slanting, and then I will connect in this form. So the major thing here is to note that you must add extra 4 inches to the hips of your customer for you to be able to have that ease on the short, because shorts are not meant to be fitted like trousers. If you make it to be fitted, he will not be happy or feel comfortable wearing it, right? Then note importantly that the knee here serves for the bottom line or the ankle for our shorts. So cut as shown. Then after that, fling it up to this other side as well. Then I will show you as well how to draft the back. So for you to draft the back, you need to just place your rule from the crotch depth point, that's the hip point, and then continue in that direction in this way, right? So that your waistline will not have gaping at the back. Then from there, reapply your waist, which is 37, which is 9.25, then plus extra 1.5 inch at the back panel. Then after that, you extend the back panel here by 2 inches all through, right? Extend by 2 inches all through this way, which serves you for the sewing allowance and the same allowance and the allowance needed inside of your outfit, right? Then after this, then bring out the crotch line to this back panel this way, and then from here mark 2 inches or 2.5 inches from there, and then use your freehand sketch and connect. So because of the nature of the waist, you have to raise the front panel up and then make a connection in this form. Now bear in mind that because it encroached inside, so from there it's also going to give us extra 3 inches when you place it from the line it came down from, right? Then raise the back panel by 1.5 inches or 2 inches, right? Then after that, connect as shown, right? Then you are good to go. The next to do now is to cut it out. So I will also show you how the cutting is being done in case you have any problem or any question, right? Now the essence of this video is to make sure that you understand properly how to cut a perfect male short, right? Then this we have here are the components, which this one I'm using now is for my zip fly. Then I have to cut a baseline, a straight line at this straight part. Then after which I will now measure 3 inches or 2.5 inches width, and then the length will be around 10 inches or 10.5 depending on the okay, here is 3 inches exact, and here I have 10.75, right? So it's just perfect for me. So mark the front and then mark the back and mark the back as well. And then after that, you also bring the other panel here, which will serve us for the pocket facing, right? And then make sure you also have a straight line at this edge, because all your markings must originate from a straight line. Then after this, the next to do as well is to cut to your desired size, which the size we have will be 4 inches or 4.5 inches width, but the length of 9 to 10 inches as well. So let me also measure and show you the measurement. I have here to be 3/4 and have here to be 11.5, which is still okay for me. Then the next I am cutting now will be the band for my shorts. Then this band, you must make sure you have a straight line here. You must place your ruler in a way that the lines must go straight. So you just, after that, you cut it out and then you mark 4 inches or 4.5 depending on how you want it to be. Then please note that this fabric is a chinos fabric. It's very strong, so I might not necessarily gum the band because it's very thick, right? So it's giving us that jean-like texture. It's almost like a jean. So I might not need to cut the band, gum the band, sorry. I might not need to gum the band. All I will do here is to fold it and top stitch. It will still relax as needed, right? Then after this, the next thing I am going to do here now is to show us the gumming processes, the gumming stage, how to gum and how to fold the band, and then hopefully I will also show us how to make the stitching or the sewing. Please, if it's your first time on my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, comment, and also tell me where you are watching me from. I know most of us will be happy to learn this short drafting properly. So here I am cutting the combat pocket, which the size I want to have as finishing is 7 inches. I will add extra 1 inch for the combat band effects, which I will also show us as we progress. Now the depth of the pocket I want to have is 8 plus 2 inches for the folding of the mouth, that's 10, plus half again, that's 10.5. So all these measurements, you are the one to determine or to decide the measurements you want to have, right? Now these measurements can vary in depending on the customer size and shape, right? Or the customer size as well. So when you take your time to watch this video, please, you have to be patient enough to watch the end and also practice whatever you have learned here, and make sure you make good use of it for you to excel in all you are doing. So these pockets will come 2 for the back and then 2 for the sides. I want to have like a combat pocket on the sides and as well at the back panel, aside the normal or the regular front inner pocket, right? So after this, you also mark the back, also differentiate the back and the front as well, right? So this is very important as well. Then after this, the next thing to do now is to do the band folding and the gumming, right? So this band folding is going to take a bit of our time, but it will also be important you also learn how to fold the band. So you just make sure you take your time and learn it from me and fold as shown. So you fold the band in this form. The first folding you are seeing here is 1/2 inch, now which will be used to attach to the main bodies of the trouser. Then after that, you now fold the length or the width rather you want. So the width we want to have might be 1 inch, 1.2, 1.3, but maximum of 1.5. Make sure you don't fold more than 1.5 for all male shorts, right? On female, you can make it to be 2, 2.5, or 3 if they are making a high waist shorts or trousers, as the case may be, right? So the reason I did not deduct any inch from the short length is because I will slope the short. I have already sloped the short by 1/2 inch, and then plus 1/2 inch again that will be used to attach the band to the short, which is total of 1 inch that is removed or deducted from this. Then the next the band is coming back to replace all of this, right? So in a nutshell, it's better that you don't deduct the band measurement from your short length and then have excess length. When folding, you now fold to your desired short length, than after sewing your short length is not up to the length you have measured originally from your customer, right? So just stay tuned, watch the end, and make sure as well you practice all the processes I am showing you in this video. If it's your first time of watching for my channel, you're highly welcome. If you are a returning viewer, please make sure you subscribe to my channel for the first timers. And for my all right, so you make sure you subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up, comment, and tell me where you are watching me from. So this tutorial is for everybody, both for beginners, intermediate, and advanced, for us to learn and understand how all of this can be done or can be achieved. Then fold the band in this form, make sure it's properly folded, right? Then tuck in the excesses inside, tuck it in. Then make sure that the one underneath is 1/4 inch bigger or a bit wider than the one on top, which will be very helpful when you are stop stitching the band, so that the one underneath will catch, right? Because if you make them to be equally folded, it will skip threads when you are sewing. So take a close look at this. The one under is wider, right? As you can see that. Then after this, now you bring the short panel, then gum the pocket area in a slanted form, just the way you will see me do this. Now what I am using to gum this is gum stay, or what some people call paper stay or paper gum, right? Then cut the length, then slit it this way, you have only 1 inch or 1.1 or 3/4 inch gum to be used. Don't use more than this so that it doesn't get too bulky, right? All of these are very important in our whole sewing processes. Note the measurements of each and every component or step of your gumming, right? Then after this, cut your thread this way, fold in this form, and then fold again in this form as well, and then make sure the folding is from that notches you made when drafting, right? So the folding must come from the notches. Then use a cooler to cool, and then turn up the other one as well, place it in this form, and then gum as well. So this video is solely for you to understand how to draft a shot and possibly how to gum. So if I happen to see enough comments, enough thumbs up, enough engagements on this video, I will drop the sewing video immediately, right? So kindly comment, share, invite your friends to join our platform on YouTube for us to learn how to do all of this. So now for the pocket facing, all I need to do just to fold, then fold the curvy area, because there's no need to leave it that way. So just fold it this way. You can either fold or weave, right? For the pocket facing, you can either fold or weave. So I think folding gives you a neater result, except you are going to weave with the same color of thread or a dark color. But if you use white to weave this, it will look awkward when your customer brings out the pocket seam, right? So these are more what you will learn in this channel. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and kindly follow, right? Recommend my channel to your friends, family members to join and learn how to make everything about male clothing in a perfect and easy approach. So this is the zip flap. I'm trying to place the gum where it will tally properly, and then place it this way and make sure that you are gumming the back of the flap, and then I make sure that the gum does not spill over. I just have to slit that one into two and use the half to replace this. Alright guys, I do hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye for now.